Muito bom dia! Quanto tempo eu não vejo vocês, né? Nossa, já faz muito tempo desde a última live, pessoal. Vocês estão bom? E aí? Já vão deixando aí no chat as expectativas de vocês para esse evento aí. Muita gente crê que o Elden Ring apareça. Eu não tô muito crente, mas eu acho que até que faz sentido. Mas eu quero ver o Hellblade. É a estrela do evento pra mim. Eu vou deixar a enquete aqui pro like. Gameplay. Eu queria ver uma gameplay, sabe? Gameplay. Não um trailer com trechinho de gameplay. Trailer in game, nada disso. Eu queria ver uma gameplay. E o evento promete mostrar gameplays estendidas dos jogos já anunciados, ou seja, o Hellblade se inclui nisso aí. Eu tenho que buscar mais café lá pra mim, mas primeiro eu preciso agendar a live de hoje, que vai ser de Dark Souls 2, que vocês escolheram lá. Doou, bebeu. Dark Souls 2, Seeker of Fire 2.0. Para começar às 20 horas. É o seguinte, o evento do Xbox é na verdade uma estreia no YouTube. Não é uma live. Então, normalmente, quando é uma estreia, é uma coisa mais curta. A Bandai atualizou a playlist deles lá no Elden Ring. Sabe quando os vídeos ficam ocultos? Ah, não fala isso, cara. É sério? Onde é que você viu isso daí? Eu vou lá buscar café. Me diz aí onde é que você viu isso, que eu quero saber dessa informação aí. Here I am. Não quero ficar hypado, por favor, não. Mas fazer o que, né? Não dá. Hades falou e depois fui olhar lá e tava de fato. Ah, o Hades é ligeiro. Se ele falou, provavelmente é verdade. Ele é meio louco dos boatos. Fica em cima dessas paradas. Hades 2. Eu queria que lançasse o Hades 2. Eu acho que de gameplay a gente não tem muito o que ver, né? Ele vai seguir os mesmos modos do primeiro. Com outro mapa, outro protagonista provavelmente, outra história. Mas não tem muita curiosidade sobre como o jogo vai estar, né? Ele tem que lançar. É true, atualizado hoje. Oh, aí sim. Então vai rolar, velho. Tá confirmado. Bandai Namco. No YouTube, eles fizeram alguma coisa? Atualizaram a playlist do Elden Ring? Nem tá aqui. Aqui. Não, How to Guides. Tem essa playlist. Elden Ring, atualizado hoje. Verdade. Verdade, já deve estar lá programado pra sair na hora da estreia do bagulho. Porra, aí hypou, bicho. Que isso? Aí deu uma hypada, não tem o que fazer. Vou pôr aqui no título. Vou mudar o título da live. Pronto. Vai hypar mesmo. E esses likes aí, mano? Tá faltando metade dos likes, cara. Vocês estão maluco? Tá maluco? Falta 3 minutos aqui ainda pra começar, gente. Não tem muito o que ver na tela. É só isso aqui, ó. Quer ver? Só isso. Então, vou deixar aqui por enquanto. Fudido sem dinheiro pra DLC. É, eu tenho minha pista que no máximo uns 3, 4 meses daqui em diante pra lançar essa DLC, sabe? Eles não vão anunciar com tanta antecipação assim, não. É, Candy, tem que parar o cardio aí antes de infarte. Perigoso. Silk Song eu acho que é mentira, Eduardo. Acho que eles enganaram a gente. The Day Before 2. Vi, Nog, vi. Mas eu não quis falar sobre o assunto. Primeiro porque não dá pra mostrar, né? Por causa do negócio vazado. E outra que é... Puta, é muito... Early Development. Não dá pra você ter uma ideia de como é o resultado final do jogo. Dá pra, sabe, pra você imaginar como vai ser o combate e tal. E nem aqueles vilão lá, não faço ideia do que eles são. Vocês sabem? Se Deus quiser, lança dia 30 de março, sei lá. Qualquer dia que seja depois do dia 24. É, pode ser, pode ser. Pode ser que eles taquem de surpresa no dia do aniversário do jogo, né? Que seria do caralho. Mas raramente as empresas fazem isso mesmo, né? Desse jeito. A gente sempre fica esperando, mas raramente eles fazem. E aí, Iago, boa tarde, tudo bem? Trabalhando e vendo a live? Então é nóis. Eu tô trabalhando e vendo a live também. É, Nog, mas eu acho que vai ser pra ser parecido mesmo. A intenção é essa, só que na pegada do Wolverine. As diferenças é que me deixam curioso. E aí, Charles, tudo bom? Tudo bem. E aí, Alface, bom? Sábado dos games, que história é essa, velho? Tô no trampo, mas não tô trabalhando não. Vagabundo! Ó, a estreia começará em breve. Então tá prestes a começar. Deixa teu chefe aí na live aí, você vai ver. Leg. Você vai ver só. Obrigado, Calibre. Tamo junto. Pior que todo dia eu vejo a porra desse trailer de Silk Song. É o game que mais espero. É, eu não sou tão hypado assim em Hollow Knight, mas com certeza quando ele sair eu vou querer jogar. É, déjà vu, imagina. Decidem mudar de nome, né? E aí, Casim, boa tarde. Porra, até fiquei pensando agora se não é melhor abortar o DS2 mesmo com a votação lá e fazer o Garden of Ice, porque a galera vai estar hypada no Elden Ring, né, hoje. Será que é melhor? O que vocês acham? Ah, YouTube! Desgraçado! Nossa, alto pra caralho! Meu Deus, que susto! Tomar no cu, meu irmão! Caralho! Vai ter, Victor. Vai ter sim, porra. Certeza. Eu vou deixar no gatilho aqui já, velho. Deixar pronto. Pra só dar ok a hora que for pra... Quando que foi o último do O Bebeu? Que dia era? Era... dia 5. Opa, já começa na cara com o trailer já. Não é um trailer. Peraí que eu já dou uma atenção aí, gente. Só tô deixando no gatilho aqui o negócio da live. A live de número 7. Tem que matar aquele Morgoth lá, né? Não tá de brincadeira com a gente. Full screen. Caramba, uma estreia em 4K. Eu não acredito que o YouTube atualizou isso. Uma estreia em 4... Nossa, YouTube. Aí sim, finalmente me ouviu. Ouviu os meus desejos. O evento acabou de começar, Rafaelzinho. Acabou de começar. Olha lá. Tem mais coisa aqui. Tem espaço pra mais coisa aqui. Obsidian.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. I'm so proud to share with you our upcoming fantasy action RPG, Avowed. Avowed is an adventure into the heart of the living lands, a frontier at the edge of the known world, where you must put a stop to a mysterious spiritual plague and discover a secret at the heart of the living lands.
Parece Alfheim.
At Obsidian, we love creating worlds with deep themes, dynamic gameplay, and thoughtful reactivity. And Avowed is no different.
Como é que tá o volume aí, tá bom?
We set out to blend the believable and fantastical to give players a world and experience like no other. It's colorful, it's vibrant, it's strange. It's one of the most incredible settings in the world of Eora. There's going to be a lot of great secrets to discover, one of which has a really personal connection to you as the player character, and you're going to have a great time getting to know those secrets and leaving your mark on the world. And when it comes to encounters, our combat brings the best of the moment-to-moment fun that comes with action-oriented gameplay and the depth and breadth of choice that you get with an RPG.
The best? The
Here
best?
to talk more about Avowed's combat is Gabriel Paramo,
Será que tem
gameplay
legenda?
director.
Porra,
Here at
tem.
Obsidian, our team's overarching goal is to empower you with choice. So we developed a flexible combat
Perfeito,
system
gente.
that allows you to quickly swap from spellcasting and sharpshooting to melee combat. We want to give you the freedom to mix and match your loadout to fit the way you want to play from moment to
Expelliarmus!
moment, uninterrupted. For all battles, you can combine a variety of weapons,
Caraca.
attacks, and
Tá mandando
abilities for
Expelliarmus,
tactical
depois
advantages
Lumos.
against a wide range of enemy
Depois
types.
tiro de
It's
garruncha
not
na
just
cara.
hacking and slashing. You're making real-time decisions about when to use your abilities, powerful melee attacks, blocks, parries, and special attacks. If you
Legal
choose
as
to approach
mecânicas de
combat with a
combate, mas
one-handed wand,
parece
it
meio
feels
plasticão,
quick
né?
and snappy when dealing damage to enemies at mid-range. Using the Tanglefoot ability, you can stop enemies in their tracks, giving you the opportunity to focus on weaker or tougher combatants in an intentional and controlled manner. It's important to pay attention to the types of enemies you're dealing with. Some units are extremely defensive, some
parece
are brutally
pouco
difficult,
Skyrim.
and others you must make sure you prioritize or their healing capabilities will put you in a tough spot.
Mas pelo
To
menos
help with
aí
the
os
different
bichos
encounters you
sentem
will
o
face,
impacto da
we
espada, né?
provide customizable loadouts that can be quickly switched during combat. That means you can play however you want. Equip a sword and shield and charge into battle. Dual-wield pistols and control the encounter mid-range. Or even dual-wield wands to feel like a gunslinging mage. You could use your enchanted wand to freeze enemies, and then use your offhand weapon's power attack to shatter them. We've worked hard to keep you constantly engaged as battles unfold by creating a balance between pressure and manageability during combat.
Players will have ample choices for how to build and progress their envoy in the world of the living lands as they get to know the game and the story and explore the many diverse regions. Some quests in Avowed will have you make difficult decisions with profound consequences. Like this side quest you may encounter
Tem
in
uns cantinhos que
Shatterscarf,
parece muito
the third
Horizon, né?
region you'll explore on your journey through the living lands. As you're exploring, you come across the bodies of these fallen soldiers. And as you explore the remains of the battle, it's up to you to determine who, if anyone, is at fault.
Just the 4 of us. Manu, Kiri, Naoki, and me. Training under Captain Ruiki. Trying to keep Thirdborn safe.
In other words, you're a gang of vigilantes. Not that I'm one to judge.
Here. Take my badge. Take everyone's. Our families deserve to know we fought and died for them.
Making the right choice isn't always what it seems. We embrace moral nuance and gray areas, trusting players to make tough decisions in complicated situations.
My squad and I rested in the cave by the water last night, and as we were sleeping, we were ambushed by those miserable Zorips. I was so surprised, and it was so dark. I just got separated from everyone else. Look, I can't face those monsters alone, but I have to know if anyone else made it out. Of course he did. Sergeant Asui never has a thought he won't say out loud. So what did he tell you? That Captain Ruiki was sick? That I was paranoid? That I was a dumb baby? I heard it all often and loudly. Wait, if you found Sergeant Asui, why is he not here with you? What happened?
At the end of the quest, you have a choice. When you confront Private Naoki, if you believe the story he's told you, you can hand over the badges and let him go back home.
You're right. Real battle isn't something you can prepare for, is it? It's not my fault. No, they should have never have camped in the cave. I'll take the badges. I'm going back to Thirdborn.
But if you confront him, if you believe that he fled the site of the battle as an act of cowardice, then he might challenge you to a fight to reclaim his honor.
Não, legal, o jogo te dá opções muito diversas, mas ele tem que te dar maneiras de descobrir qual é a certa, pra você não ficar sendo um cuzão sem querer, né? E ela não falou nada sobre isso. Ela falou, se você acredita que ele, sabe, eu não quero acreditar, eu quero saber.
Weird and wonderful. We found inspiration in a wide swath of real-world cultures, helping us create a unique RPG experience. By contrasting the vibrant with the dull, or verdant spaces with sickly ones, we can better deliver complex emotional experiences for our players. The Living Lands is a continent of untamed valleys with widely varied biomes, from luxuriant forests to volcanic wastes. And each of those regions itself is a conflux of storied landscapes. All of the regions have a lot of special things associated with them.
Sempre existe uma resposta certa aqui.
Shatterscarp. As you're wandering the wastes of Shatterscarp, you might notice off in the distance a vibrant jewel of color.
Se você não tem como procurar a resposta certa, você não tem o meu interesse na história.
Of a wasteland of sand and marching in towards a beautiful oasis. There's the opportunity there for life, for adventure, and even a little danger.
We hope you've enjoyed this look at Avowed.
Parece que só tem o mesmo tipo de bicho, né?
Game in the coming months, and we can't wait for you to explore the Living Lands when Avowed launches this fall.
Léo Lopes, eu não sei, mas não acredito que seja muito longo não, aí uns 40 minutos no máximo. O vídeo é uma estreia, não é uma live stream. Normalmente quando é estreia, tende a ser mais curto. Avowed. Porra, sem data ainda, cara. Que ano que eles anunciaram isso daqui, velho? Eu acho que foi 2020, 2021. A gente tá em 2024 e os caras estão sem data ainda. Aí sim. Esse que eu quero ver. Esse que eu quero ver. Vamos lá.
Hi, I'm Dom Matthews, studio head here at Ninja Theory in Cambridge, UK. We're now in the final months of development on Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. And the team is working hard to bring you an unforgettable journey into Senua's unique world and her battle for survival. Where we have once again combined high fidelity and immersive presentation with a shorter, narrative-led experience that focuses on the things that we really care about, and that we hope you care about too.
You see how small you are. Do you see how the pitiless world stamps you down?
Senua is back with a new quest. She wants to stop the Vikings who raided her village right at their source, in Iceland. But not just her quest has changed. Senua herself has grown since the first Hellblade. She's made peace with her past and is no longer in such fear of her visions and voices. While the Furies are still her constant companions, she encounters new people along the way, some of which will value her unique perspective, and others who will reject it.
O outro jogo simplesmente não existem outras pessoas, né?
This settlement became my tribe.
In the game, Senua arrives in 10th century Iceland on the trail of the Vikings who have been enslaving her people. In the story, we're trying to be as faithful to history as we can up to a point, establishing a solid framework and then building more surreal elements on top. Senua will face up to giants who have plunged the land into chaos, and which in turn has seen the rise of the Droiga, a violent threat that has swept through the settlements that she'll discover. Senua will make new enemies and also new allies who will come to see her unique perspective as a beacon of hope. And she'll discover, along with us, how this viewpoint can have its advantages.
Senua is a Celtic warrior who experiences psychosis, seeing things that other people don't, hearing voices, and having unique beliefs about the world around her. To bring Senua's perspective of the world to life in a truthful way, we have once again worked closely with Professor Paul Fletcher at the University of Cambridge, as well as people with lived experience of psychosis.
What does that mean? It's terrifying.
Players will find
Será
themselves
que as vozes pararam de insultar ela, diminuir ela e tal? Ela disse que ela fez pazes com o passado dela e tal.
Battling through encounters with enemies that will push Senua to her limits.
On Saga, we've taken everything to the next level. With a new motion capture space, a bigger stage team, a stunt crew and a new cast.
We spent a lot of time planning the
bagulho
motion
que esses
capture
caras aí são
shoots,
foda, bicho.
thinking of what events would be good to
O
bring
mocap
into
deles
this
é
fight.
incrível.
Like, how can we make this fight feel different from the previous fight? We have all new combat for the sequel. One of our key goals was the ability to actually tell a story.
Nossa, que do caralho, velho. De ver esse combate.
It does feel very different from the first game, but it's very brutal and you're very invested in it. Senua isn't a superhero. She's fighting for survival, and we want the player to feel her struggle in every step of her journey. We want the player to always feel like they just scraped through, just survived it.
Mel knows Senua better
Parece
than
filme,
anyone, better
mano.
than I
Uma
do.
perspectiva estranha,
Her
sabe?
instincts are amazing, and she really doesn't need much help from me. On stage, our main focus is storytelling. So I get to watch the actors and see all the beautiful expressions on their faces. And then I have to wait a little while, and then I get to see that all again, in-game, in costume, on location, everything. It's a great experience, a great process.
Every discipline in the studio is unified in achieving a deep level of immersion to help suspend your disbelief and pull you into Senua's story. We were lucky enough to do a few reference gathering trips in Iceland. You have to be there. The sense
Aí não é
of
gameplay,
scale,
né? Aí é de
everything is
verdade.
incredible.
Eles foram pra Islândia pra pegar o ambiente como referência.
Yeah, that works. That's amazing.
Senua experiences reality differently, and a part of this manifests in the voices she hears.
She will collapse. She will collapse.
These voices come to life through binaural audio, which provides a good representation of this type of auditory hallucinations. As we focus in immersion,
Áudio bineural, lembra que eu tava falando esses dias de áudio bineural?
Headphones, you surround yourself in a three-dimensional space. In the first game, we only applied to the voices that Senua listens in her head. in this game, through a special audio technology and some extra little things within the game, there is music that is binaural. Every single sound has the potential to be binaural, so everything is specialized around you, and it's a very beautiful experience.
What will we do to her? What will we do to us?
Music is a strange language in the sense that it speaks to our emotions fast and deep. It's not only about quality, it's about personality. So when you listen to Hellblade, you know it's Hellblade. On the music, we are working with Heilung, which for me is a personal privilege because I really admire them.
A banda é foda, isso aí foi a apresentação do Game Awards deles.
Their meaning in the music, it really connects with our game and elevates it to something really special. We are also working with a heavy metal singer, throat singers, and our very own Furies. They sing so beautiful, and we add that binaural touch of music. So this all creates a very immersive and a very special and unique experience.
As meninas gravando em volta do microfone, velho.
Our mission here at Ninja Theory is to craft life-changing art with game-changing tech. And that's our aim in Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, is to not only see where Senua goes next, but to deliver something really meaningful for our players.
My hope is that they will really connect to Senua as a character, and even if they can't really relate to what she's going through, maybe they know someone that relates to that character and they can then understand that person better.
Well, I don't want to sound cheesy, but in a way I'm Senua, right? She exists and doesn't. It exists through all of our work, through every ninja. So we all are Senua, and we are creating this character that grows and grows and grows and grows and keep growing and keep changing. So that makes it real.
I'm so proud of the love, care and passion our team here at Ninja Theory are putting into Senua's Saga Hellblade 2. Our hope is to not only create a game that is great to play, but to craft an experience that leaves you thinking and feeling. From our combat gameplay through to our action set pieces, from our cinematic scenes to our puzzle solving, everything is crafted in service of Senua's journey. A journey that you can embark on May 21st.
Olha a data, finalmente, caralho! Achei assim, que o vídeo foi legal, mas foi de novo a punhetação de desenvolvimento deles. Cadê a bosta da gameplay? Mas agora a gente tem data. Os caras só sabem punhetar o próprio pau, velho. Não, porque a gente é muito foda, porque a gente faz o áudio assim, porque a gente faz o vídeo assim, não sei o que, não sei o que. Opa, 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 opa. Olha lá. Square Enix. Ah, não foi a From, Square Enix, olha lá. Esse é o Legend of Mana? Não é, né? É Legend of alguma coisa, né? Isso aí. Vai ter mais, velho. Não vai ser só Square Enix, não. Então, pelo menos deram a data. Que bom, que bom. Mas, orra, cadê a gameplay, velho? Os caras ficam se punhetando, é foda, né?
Xbox players.
Eu também tive um mini infarto aqui.
Producer for the Mana series here at
Square
Enix.
Ah, é alguma coisa Mana, não é Legend of alguma coisa, verdade.
Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにいち早くお伝えできる機会をいただけて大変光栄です。コンソールゲームとしては約17年ぶりとなる
Acho que vai ser a última coisa do evento, hein? Já mostraram que tem coisa que não foi anunciado antes.
ファイナルファンタジー外伝として誕生して以降、マナと聖剣をめぐって描かれる愛をテーマに個性豊かなキャラクターたち。
Eu nunca joguei o Legend of Mana, então eu não tenho esse afeto por essa franquia. Down of Mana. Tem um monte de mana, ó. Eu nunca joguei nenhum.
これまで培われてきた聖剣伝説としての世界をしっかり感じられるものを目指して鋭意制作中です。フィールドでは自然や精霊とのつながりを感じられる色彩豊かな聖剣伝説の世界を体験してもらえると思います。シリーズおなじみのモンスターたちも本作に登場しています。
Fruta do Crash, os vilão do Mario, os Porin do Ragnarok.
今回これらのおなじみのモンスターたちを作り出した聖剣伝説の生みの親である石井浩一さんとともに聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナの内容を紹介していきたいと思います。
Hello,
pose
I'm
do homem.
Koichi from Grabs. I am so happy to introduce the newest game in the Mana series to Xbox players. 初期の頃からシリーズ作品に登場しているモンスターたちは私が考案したものですが、中には小学生の頃すでにイメージができていたものもあります。今作では初めはドット絵からスタートしたモンスターたちをどのような形で最新化して聖剣伝説
Pouquinho só, Fácil, falou cedo demais.
デザインの方向性からモデルの完成イメージまでを監修する立場でプロジェク
Ali é
ト
o
に
Agumon
参加します。
disfarçado, todo mundo sabe.
聖剣伝説ファイナルファンタジー外伝を作っていた頃から自分の頭の中ではモンスターたちは立体的に生き生きと動いて、これまで自分が携わった作品ではそれらをどうやって当時の技術で表現できるかにこだわって作ってきました。最新作では聖剣伝説のモンスターたちのただ可愛いだけではなく恐ろしさの部分をしっかりと表現できているので、バトル中はモンスターたちの表情にも
Parece um pouco
注
o
目してください。
Genshin Impact, né? As
これ
magias
ま
e
で
tal.
聖剣伝説シリーズには空を旅する海を渡る手助けをしてくれる頼もしい仲間たちがいましたが、今作には広大なフィールド探検に欠かせない新たな仲間が登場します。
Olha que
陸
maneiro.
上を猛スピードで駆け回ってくれるピックル。ピックルも石井さんが新たに考案してくださっています。
新たな仲間を考えるにあたっては、今作のマスコットキャラクターになるくらい可愛い動物にしたいという漠然とした思いがありました。その上で、ヨークシャテリアの毛並み、見た目やアルマジルによく似た仙山港や古代エジプト神のアヌビスの子供といった具体的なイメージが浮かんできて、それぞれの特徴を取り入れながらラフデザインを書き起こしました。デザイナーにもアイデアを出してもらいながら、足の長さや丸まった時のイメージなど、ゲームの中での見え方も考えながら調整を重ねていき、ピックルは誕生しました。
もう一つの挑戦は楽曲面です。過去さまざまなコンポーザーが携わられた楽曲の雰囲気が感じられつつも、最新作として素晴らしい新たな楽曲が生まれました。 BGM でもしっかり聖剣伝説シリーズらしさを感じてもらえると思います。過去シリーズの楽曲を手掛けたクリエイターたちが全100曲という大ボリュームの制作に挑んでくれました。新たな試みとしてフィールドの探索からバトルまでをシームレスに体験できるよう、今作ではインタラクティブミュージックを導入しており、冒険の没入感を高めてくれます。探索中の BGM がバトルに入った瞬間、アレンジが切り替わる様を実際に聞いてみましょ
う。Ó, air combo e tudo, rapaz. É, a mais pura cara de Square Enix, né?
今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。空中でのアクションがバトルの鍵となっており、武器での攻撃だけでなく魔法での攻撃も可能になっています。そして本作ならではの特徴として、聖剣伝説シリーズではおなじみの精霊たちがいますが、その力を宿した武器を使うとバトルを手助けしてくれるようになります。
Bem de bom gosto os designs dos inimigos, dos personagens, né, cara?
そ
Bem
の
legal
効果と
mesmo.
ともに聖剣伝説の世界らしい不思議な力で爽快なバトルを楽しんでいただけます。
オリジナルモンスターやピックルにも注目してほしいのですが、聖剣伝説ビジョンズ・オブ・マナは聖剣伝説らしさを感じてもらえる作品になるよう、小山田君を中心にチームのみんなが頑張って作ってくれていますので、ぜひ発売日を楽しみに待っていてください。私自身もプレイするのを楽しみにしています。
聖剣伝説シリーズとして初めて Xbox ユーザーの皆さんにお届けする本作、聖剣伝説
Esse cara parece o estereótipo do nerd de anime, né?
ぜひご期待ください。この夏、この忘れられない冒険を Xbox ユーザーの皆さんに楽しんでいただける日が今から待ちきれません。
Verão de 2024, ou seja, metade do ano. O outono é lá por outubro. Agosto, outubro, se eu não me engano. Verão é junho e julho. Oxide. O que é esse daí? Esse daí é aquele que eu falei no vídeo que eu não tô ligado no nome, né? Final do evento, né, Felipe?
And welcome to Oxide Games. We founded the studio in 2013 with our decades of personal experience building some of the most beloved strategy games of all time, like Civilization V. We came together to create something new and innovative in a genre we all love. Ara History Untold is the game we've dreamt of making.
Ara is an homage to historical gamers, strategy gamers, 4X gamers. It features all the depth and gameplay fans of this genre love, where you'll explore the world, expand your nation, govern your people,
aquela tela de seleção lá são
on the
nações
international
diferentes.
stage. But it isn't just more of the same. With Ara,
Bonito
we want
jogo,
to
hein?
challenge some of the preconceived notions about the genre, push it forward in a modern, empowering, and truly compelling and approachable way.
For example, we have over 100 instruments on display in the office, which are all things that we purchased in order to add to the soundtrack and expand the game and make it really good. Hi, Dan. That's Dan. We started in his basement. It's been an amazing process to see from concept to completion. We started small, building a robust game engine, questioning our design assumptions, and prototyping out features. Rediscovering what made us fall in love with strategy games.
Segunda arte de design deles era os gráficos desses jogos antigos, né?
Strategy game that presents a living world where you can rule how you want to rule and chart your own path to becoming the most prestigious nation on the planet.
For Ara, we knew we needed deep systems with outcomes that encourage exploration and give players the power to experiment and make meaningful strategic choices while still having agency over their playstyle.
We also wanted to explore more in different parts of history and give players from around the world the chance to see the game reflect their unique perspective and not just ours.
And finally, we knew that for players to feel the impact of their decisions, they would need to see their choices reflected in the game world itself, not just through numbers on a menu.
Esse cara tem
One of
rosto
the
bem
first
torto.
differences you'll see when you dive into Ara is what we call the living world. It's a procedurally generated alternate Earth, bursting with life, an intuitive, authentic, and immersive space, a blank canvas for players to paint the society of their dreams.
The living world isn't just a map. It reflects the choices players make over the course of the game. They can see everything from the settling of the wilderness to cultural influence on architecture over time to the thousands of citizens living their lives and reacting to the changes. We want players to feel like they're truly occupying the
Nem sou
world,
fã desse tipo de
leading their
jogo, mas
people
tô
as they
achando legal.
thrive and grow. Core to the vision of Ara is our philosophy of rule how you want to rule. And no feature better exemplifies this than the prestige system.
To win a game of Ara, players will compete with their rivals to build the most influential, impressive, and important nation the world has ever known. This is measured by prestige, the player's score that proves their worth as a leader.
The prestige system gives players the chance to decide what kind of leader they want to be. Do they want to pursue great works of arts and culture? Military might? Scientific advancement? The choice
Caralho,
is
do
theirs.
nada, os mecha.
In Ara, there are no set victory conditions. Players get to decide what is most important to them and focus and prioritize on those goals while still being able to win the game.
Personally, when I play Ara, I like to build triumphs. Triumphs are our collection of incredible monuments and architectural achievements from throughout human history. Like the Great Pyramid of Giza. They're hard to build, but worth it, giving huge prestige bonuses and game-changing abilities to the nation that constructs them.
Another aspect of Ara that I'm personally excited about is our crafting system.
The crafting system offers a unique challenge to the player that they generally won't see often in the 4X genre. Succeeding at balancing, gathering the right things, turning them into the tools that you need, and then finally getting to the outcome or reward of something like an important improvement or triumph just changes the challenge that exists in Ara compared to other 4X games.
Nossa, eu tava pensando exatamente nisso, Felipe.
with players honing and
A pirâmide é
combining the natural
difícil de
resources they
construir,
harvest
precisa de
into all manner of goods
umas
and
centenas de escravos
components. Those are
aí.
the foundation for everything, from international trade to improving their cities and citizens' lives.
Ainda bem que dá
and even
prestígio depois,
manufacturing
né?
the weapons necessary to draft military units. The crafting system in ARA encourages thoughtful, advanced planning. It rewards players who can see the strategic outcome of all their collective decisions, and not just the individual ones.
I'm proud of the work that's gone into our simultaneous turn system. Many strategy games have players alternate taking turns and reacting to their opponent's moves. In ARA, all players' actions are
Mas era
resolved at the
ZT
same
escravo,
time.
faz.
This
Você
rewards
que não
players'
sabe.
ability to navigate uncertainty, to predict and strategically plan for a variety of scenarios in the moment. This system makes ARA just feel more real. In a typical strategy game, once your turn is finished, you have to wait for a long time. With simultaneous turns, generally
nada
speaking,
como
those
bom
times are very
desmatamento,
low.
né?
You get to keep playing the game and stay engaged rather than having those periods of downtime where you're not doing anything.
It's not easy sifting through all of history and picking what to include. For ARA, we wanted to offer a fresh perspective, so we looked at cultures and societies throughout the millennia with the broadest lens possible.
Where this approach really shines is in our leaders.
Olha o
Leaders are
cabelinho.
so often seen as military personnel
Gostei.
or prominent government
Vou
figures.
fazer
But
igual.
leaders come in so many different forms. They're thought leaders, scientific and cultural prodigies, and many more.
Each leader in ARA has a number of special abilities determined by their personality traits, as well as a powerful and unique leader trait
Aparecendo no
informed
Twitter.
by their contributions to world history.
With a diverse global roster, we know players will find leaders that they will want to play. And even a few that may
Eu
surprise
queria
them
essa
with how
câmera
fun
que estão
it
usando
is
pra
when
filmar
those
esse
leaders are
bagulho aí,
handed
mó
the
foda a
reins of
imagem.
power.
For us at Oxide, player feedback is the only way to really understand what you're making. It gives us that priceless perspective from the people who are making our for.
Falando em escravidão, a mina com uma rede debaixo da mesa pra dormir.
Given us that critical player feedback. In the end, we believe this makes for a deeper connection between the players and the game.
One of my favorite examples is when we first introduced the concept of dangerous wildlife to the game. It turns out, in our first iteration, it was maybe a little bit too aggressive or disruptive. We knew we should probably make a change when one of our insiders made a forum post that was just,
Cougars, cougars,
Cougars, I hate cougars!
Someone get these feline demons away from me.
Não, esse aqui é o Ara, não
I'm
sei o
happy to
que.
report, based on more recent feedback, that I think we
É o
ended
mesmo
up in a
estilo,
good
né? Da
place
Age of
with the
Empires, mas
overall
parece
threat
bem mais
level of Mountain
complexo.
Lions to a player's citizenry.
It's been years
Pô,
of
tinha
hard work to
25
bring you a
malucos
strategy
caçando
experience
puma lá.
like no other. And we're so excited that we can finally see the finish line. We can't wait for players to get their hands on the game later this year.
But the launch of ARA is only the beginning. We are going to maintain our insider program after the release date and continue to listen to players and support the game into the future.
On behalf of everyone at Oxide Games, thank you for joining us today. We can't wait for you to play ARA and to create your own history.
History Untold. Outro no outono. É sempre agosto, outubro, o bicho pega, né, velho? Setembro e outubro ali, o bicho pega nos lançamentos. Agosto começa a mal e depois... Vamos lá! Indiana Jones e depois Elden Ring, hein? Depois do Indiana Jones, o Elden Ring vem. Eu nem sabia desse jogo do Indiana Jones aí, falar pra vocês.
Och välkommen till Uppsala, Sverige, här hos Machine Games. We are really excited to finally be able to share our work on Indiana Jones. Since the first film came out, Indiana Jones has always represented the ultimate adventure. Even today, it's one of the most iconic franchises in pop culture.
Eu acredito, Rhett, eu acredito.
In this game, you are
Ele já tem duas evidências
playing
fortes
as
já.
You are Indiana Jones. You will see through his eyes and experience a journey
Indiana
that we hope
Jones.
lives up to the proud legacy of Indiana Jones.
Agora
When
falou Jones.
Todd Howard first told us about his vision for the game,
Ixi,
we knew
Todd Howard.
we would
Sai
be a
fora,
very good
velho.
fit to help bring it to life.
Todd Howard
I've wanted to make an Indiana Jones
lá vem
game
ele, ó.
forever. I'd had this idea for what it would be like and the story, what Indy was going after, what period of his life it was in, what kind of arc he was going to have. And as the years went on, I thought, who would be like the best studio in the world to make this? And it was my friends at Machine Games. I can remember pitching Lucasfilm on the game and being, a little bit nervous because look, it's, you know, Indiana Jones, and their response was just overwhelmingly positive, and just that excitement has bled through the whole project, and they have just been so trusting and supportive of everything that we want to do with the game. It's been a long time. I've been a fan of this my whole life, and I couldn't be more excited to show you what the team here has been up to. Let's take our first look at the new Indiana Jones game.
Nossa, finalmente vai mostrar uma gameplay de verdade, não é só.
You are missing Dr. Jones.
Dr.
While
Jones.
you were playing your pointless game, I was playing you.
Movimentação de bonecão, mas o resto tá bonito, ó.
Maybe you should have built yourself a life of meaning.
O Harrison Ford.
Instead of ending up here, dead and forgotten in the sands of Africa.
Essa é a cena do primeiro filme mesmo, né? O Harrison Ford tá meio estranho, né? Um pouquinho.
Myths.
Em primeira pessoa, já não curti muito.
History. Just different ways to interpret the past. Thousands of years of humanity's thoughts and beliefs, scattered and buried. Just waiting to be found.
You can't just run away from your problems, Indiana.
Watch me.
Ah, não! Eu home screen toda vez!
Mankind has built sites of great spiritual significance. If you were to draw a line through these ancient sites around the globe, you get a perfectly aligned circle. I've had run-ins with these
Gostei da
guys before.
sincronia com a música. Caralho, ele deu parry com chicote?
It ain't a walk
Na
in the
bala?
Okay, then. Let's see who can keep up.
What do you mean if I could keep up?
Cara, eles perderam a oportunidade de fazer em terceira pessoa, né, cara? Tipo um Uncharted mesmo.
Protector of the...
Parece legal mesmo, mas eu acho que ia ficar muito mais legal vendo o corpo do personagem fazendo essas... É um bagulho de ação, sabe? É o maluco que tá quase se fudendo pra armadilha, pra vários acontecimentos, e se safa por pouco. Em primeira pessoa você tem menos noção disso. Mas parece legal mesmo.
Indiana Jones is such an iconic character, and he means so much to so many people. Everyone here at the studio has their own indie stories and memories. Most of us grew up with his adventures and have been fans of the movies and the character for years. He's a brilliant archaeologist, he's a charismatic everyman, he's passionate and determined. And for us,
Lady Gaga tá diferente.
Adventure.
Now we have the opportunity to tell a new Indiana Jones story for a modern gaming audience. Our game is all about putting you in Indy's shoes, letting you see and feel what he sees and feels. For us at Machine Games, we do that best through first person. It's the ideal perspective to bring you into the rich, exciting and interactive world we've built. We believe that being up close and personal to the adventure is key, making each action feel like your own.
Whether it's cracking your whip, solving puzzles in ancient temples, or seeing your knuckles go bloody in a fistfight, all of these moments are much more intense in first person. But we still want you to have those moments.
Não, agora tudo bem, deixa eles falar sobre o jogo, tá ligado? É interessante, mas não sendo só isso, entendeu? Que nem a Ninja Theory fez ali. Ó, olha como é mais do caralho em terceira pessoa. São os
When our game
3
begins,
filmes?
Indiana is working at Marshall College. He wakes up in the middle of the night to the sounds of a break-in and rushes to confront the thief in the college museum. The mysterious giant of a man makes off with what seems to be a historically insignificant artifact, sparking Indiana's curiosity.
Who the hell are you?
Following the trail, Indiana heads to the Vatican, hoping to learn why this particular relic was stolen, and discovers that things
Pronto,
aren't what
agora a
they
galera
appear.
já vai ficar puta que trocaram
He
a,
starts pulling
a
at the
etnia
strings of a
do
mystery,
Vitores
and it all
lá.
unravels until he has no choice but to see it through to the end, whatever the end may be.
On next plane to Rome. Stop. Need help. Stop. Leave me in Vatican. Stop.
Reconheceu rápido, Léo.
We always talk about how clever Indiana Jones is. That had to be one of our guiding principles when we were thinking about the type of game we were making. It wouldn't be indie if he wasn't using his wits to get through the situation. The most authentic Indiana Jones experience we can make is the one that makes you think first.
Sure, there will be some obstacles that will be more easily overcome with the revolver or a gun taken from a disarmed guard. But I think
Pelo
most
menos
of the
ele
time
mexe a
you'll
mão
have more
pra
fun and, to be honest,
colocar
a more
coisa, né?
genuine indie experience by finding more clever ways to solve a problem.
We always want to be offering more solutions, whether it's trying a different path through the environment to get around enemies, observing enemy patrols and using them to your advantage, or using the tools at your disposal, like the whip.
It's an amazing global adventure with action.
Cara, olha como o jogo brilha quando tá em terceira pessoa,
We
velho.
have these really diverse environments for you to explore. Indy's journey will take him to the forgotten
Faz um
temples of
tempinho deslumbre, eu
Sukhothai,
acho que já tá pra
the
acabar,
pyramids of
inclusive.
Egypt. the
Depois
Snow
disso a
Peak
gente vai ter a
Himalayas,
DLC do Elden Ring, que vai aparecer
We look
hoje.
carefully at each location and the time period the game is set in, and we're trying to make it as authentic and accurate as possible.
We love creating rich, vibrant worlds, and in this game, we also had the goal of making it feel like a true cinematic Indiana Jones adventure.
One of the biggest ways to do that is with the music. John Williams is the original composer for the indie films, and we're really lucky to have found Gordie Howe,
Vou
a
apostar minhas
composer who's been
fichas
able to
aqui,
capture
velho.
Williams'
Não, não vou
essence
não.
with
Deixa
his
pra
score
lá.
for The Great
Tô
Circle.
arrependido.
We also take a very movie-like approach to things like cinematics. We're very physical with our production style. We use a lot of stunt actors. Things like this help us bridge the gap between making a game and making a movie.
And of course, our characters do a lot to help bring the world to life as well. Next to Indy, Gina is our other main protagonist. Where Indy is pursuing answers just for the sake of curiosity, Gina has a personal stake in getting to the bottom of the core mystery.
Gina is an investigative reporter who has a lot riding on this adventure. She's been tracking a lead for some time, and now she's found an ally.
Não, anúncio não teve, deslumbre. É só coisa de jogo que a gente já
Their
viu.
paths are intertwined, and they'll need each other in order to get to the bottom of this mystery.
Okay, then.
Tá chegando, gente. Tá chegando.
Fight. What do you mean if I can keep up?
We always love our villains and think we might have found our favorite one yet in Emmerich Voss. He's this intensely psychological man. He's obsessed with the human mind and manipulating it.
He's highly intelligent and the perfect
Não, vai ter, mano. Vai ter o trailer da DLC. Vou fazer a aposta. Se o trailer aparecer hoje, a do Bebeu de hoje vai ser Morreu o Bebeu também. Claro que eu vou tomar uns goles pequenos pra não morrer, mas vai ser. Se o trailer aparecer, vai ser. Tô dando minhas fichas aqui, Pro Software.
One of our models for Indiana Jones and the
Como
Great
envolve me
Circle
fuder,
is
eu sei que vai
adventure
acontecer.
first. But in every indie adventure, there are always those moments where he finds himself in the action.
That's been one of those balancing acts for us, and we've ended up with this sort of hybrid experience that mixes melee combat, stealth, and gunplay.
E aí, se aparecer, eu mudo pra o Garden of Ice lá. Pra gente... Nossa, eu tô fudido. Mudar pro Garden of Ice, morrer o Bebeu é foda.
And when you can't use your wits, you got Indy's most iconic tool. Just like you see in the movies, one of our goals has been to make the whip as fun and multi-purposed as possible. We want it integrated into every aspect of the game.
You can use it as a traversal tool to make your way around the environment. You can use it as a
Olha,
distraction.
mano.
And yes,
pois é, eu compro, eu também achei. Também achei a mina bonita.
Expect from Indie's whip, and hopefully a little bit more. Puzzles are a key feature in our game. The spirit of discovery is so important to Indiana Jones. Obviously, there are a handful of puzzles on the main path, but a lot of the puzzles are optional and are just there for the players who want to experience them. Epic traps, small secrets, and hidden puzzles that blend right in with their surroundings.
One thing I love about our game is the level of interactivity that we have. We have this world of mystery where anything could potentially hide a secret. The more you look, the more you'll discover.
Corre da bola! Corre da bola!
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
Não, não é a bola isso.
I want to thank you all for joining us for our big reveal of Indiana Jones and the Great Circle. Machine Games is known for creating these rollercoaster experiences with huge set pieces, surprising twists and immersive narratives. It's exciting for us that we have been able to stay so true to the Indiana Jones franchise and create such an authentic experience.
Se tiver data de lançamento oficial, esse daí vai ser a melhor apresentação do evento, hein? Mostrar o jogo, explicar o jogo e dar data no final. É assim que tinha que ser.
Indiana Jones is an incredible adventure, and I think that's something everyone wants to be part of. I'm also very excited to announce that Indiana Jones and the Great Circle will be coming later this year, and we cannot wait to share more soon.
O Tony Howard lá atrás. É, não deu data. Não deu data. Quase ganhou o título. Vai ser agora, gente. Escreve o que eu tô falando. Vai ser agora. Vai vendo? Ah, eu acho que não vai ser, velho. Não vai ter. Não vai ter, mano. Ó o resuminho.
Take one.
Is it animals, children, and game developers?
Miou, velho. Miou. Vocês ficam aí zicando o negócio também, é foda, né, velho? Tô falando que não vai rolar.
Stay happy.
Creating an immersive experience like Avowed is anchored in the world we build.
You aren't just playing as Indy, you are Indiana Jones.
My name is Masaru Oyamada. 今作はアクション RPG 聖剣伝説のアクション部分が強化されています。
Tempo dá, né? Como diria Renato Russo, temos todo o tempo do mundo. Developer Direct. Eu acho que acabou mesmo, hein? Thanks for watching. É, acabou mesmo. Sacanagem. Sacanagem. Tinha um espaço, eu também acho que tinha. Olha lá, acabou mesmo, oficialmente. Tristão, velho, tristão. Brochei tanto que meu pau caiu, não tem pau. Cadê meu pinto? Cadê o meu pinto? Podia ser, né, cara? Já aconteceu do Xbox fazer as pegadinhas do malandro. Uma vez com o Cyberpunk eles fizeram um bagulho bem legal. O Phil Spencer tava se despedindo da conferência da E3 e aí Eles fizeram como se tivessem hackeado os telão pra exibir o trailer. Foi do caralho. Então, o que aconteceu? Por que eu tava tanto crendo que a DLC do Elden Ring ia aparecer hoje? Foram duas coisas. Primeiro, porque na semana passada a database da Steam foi atualizada com um conteúdo novo para Elden Ring. Essa database é a database não de conteúdos baixáveis, mas de conteúdos da loja. Então, Elden Ring está preparando um conteúdo novo para ser vendido na loja da Steam. Isso é óbvio, como isso rolou semana passada, então isso tende a crer que a Bandai está prestes a começar a pré-venda da DLC. A outra coisa foi que hoje a Bandai Namco atualizou a playlist do Elden Ring, mas nenhum vídeo novo foi adicionado. Então, a playlist recebeu conteúdo novo, mas o conteúdo está privado, ele está ocultado do público. Ou seja, para mim isso é a evidência nítida de um trailer novo. Esse trailer pode estar para sair, mas infelizmente não foi nesse evento aí. Esse lance da playlist do canal da Bandai, ele me fez crer de verdade que podia rolar. Mas infelizmente não foi. Então continuamos com o plano do DS2. Não precisamos mudar pro Garden of Ice. Como vocês escolheram lá na aba comunidade, deixa eu ver como é que tá lá a votação. Eu postei aqui, ó, para vocês escolherem, e 60% tá no Seeker of Fire. A live lá já tá criada. Então, a hora que se vocês quiserem colar lá, deixar aquele like já também, às 8 eu volto. Hoje estaremos novamente fazendo uma live do Bebeu em comemoração ao meu aniversário, que oficialmente é no domingo. Então eu conto com a presença de vocês lá, tá bom? Hoje também, por coincidência, é aniversário de 2 anos do raio que caiu na minha casa. Então é uma data a se comemorar. Sai daí, Kuro! Sai daí, cara! A reconstrução que a gente teve aqui nesse canal, de poder estar fazendo os conteúdos aqui de novo, é uma coisa que a gente tem para comemorar hoje também. Fez bolo? Só se for o cocô que eu fiz, mas brincadeira. Meu almoço aqui, ó. É almoço e meu jantar. Pão de queijo. Comprei uns pão de queijo ali, que é 3 por R$1 na panificadora. E é isso aí. Tem aniversário Eu não tenho nem grana pra comprar outra vodka. Espero que seja o suficiente o que tem ali. Ter aniversário do Ra é foda, mas tem, né? O bagulho marcou. Fazer o quê? Bom, é isso. Tamo junto. Até às 8 então. A gente se vê às 8. E eu vou nessa. Um abraço. Beijo. E tchau.